All right, let's get going. Let's get live. Let's do all that good stuff. How are you this evening? I still cannot figure out what my camera. Like, I don't know if it's a light deal because see, like when I lean back, when I get more light, it seems like it's not, but I can still see the transparency. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all can see it too. Um, I don't know why. Like, I mean, I might have to like redo the whole scene or something. I don't have any kind of transparency settings or nothing like that. So I don't. It bothers me every time I see it. Anyway, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den, all you lovely people. I'm so glad to see you. I hope that life is treating you good. Um, I amuse myself inside my. I might be crazy, but anyway, I'm your host, Ed Honcho, man. It is my honor. It is my privilege. But more than anything in the world, I need to get like a little extender, make this mic a little bit taller, so I can sit up straight. Right? So, more than anything in the world, man, I appreciate y'all. It's my pleasure, right? To get to chop it up with y'all, man. Y'all don't understand. When I say this, I truly do mean it. I love y'all, man. Each and every one of y'all. If you haven't been here that long, if you've only been here like for the new recent emergency, I don't love you like that. But if you've been an OG down here for years, like, I fuck with you. Uh, nah, it's all good, man. Let's see what we got in here, man. We're gonna talk about some stuff. We're gonna talk about the role reversal. I want to talk a little bit. I'm gonna try to get the video while we're talking. I want to talk about that thing I brought up the other day. It might still be in the trash can, actually. It might still be in the recycle bin. The video I brought up the other day, I want to watch that again with Joe Smith's wife. I want to talk about that because there's a couple of things I've learned since then. And I want to say AB sent me a video. I need to get that one too. And we're just going to talk about that too, right? Because it kind of ties in to the whole conversation of the role reversal, in which we're going to get into tonight, right? So, okay, cool. I do have that video, actually. And a couple of more lists have been going around. Have y'all been seeing the new lists that have been going around? Some new lists been going around. I actually like these lists, right? I got one of them. I'm thinking I'm trying to get the other one. I'll be moving and grooving while we be doing shit. I'm gonna try to get that other list too. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. But like I say, let's see who we got in here. Let's see who we got up in here. We got Professor Trill. What's the motherfucking deal? From the 1 to the 10. Miss Bell Northside. Miss Bell from the Niggity. Only motherfuckers from Houston know what the fuck I'm talking about. How are you this evening? Lovely Miss Bell. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good. Hey, you get in when you fit in, man. We all got lives. I appreciate you being here when you can't be here. Shout out to Chill Out. It's all an illusion. What's the motherfucking deal? Uh, oh, wow. That's amazing. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all the story. I'm not gonna tell the story, but like if you're gonna be a side dude, you gotta you better be bold, you better be cold. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Ask me about that shit later because I gotta say what's up to everybody else. So y'all know I got that ADHD mentality type shit. When I don't got that shit, I just be thinking a bunch of shit a lot, and I start talking about some shit and go way off track. So let me make sure I shout everybody else out, and we'll come back to the side man scenario. J Mail, what's the motherfucking deal? Jared Key in the motherfucking key to the building. We got to come up with a nickname. Yeah, we got to come up with a nickname for Jared. Right? Jared wants a nickname, so we got to get Jared a nickname for us all said and done. Baker Man in the motherfucking building. What's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to the Baker Man. Let's see. Oh, you made that up? That would be an amazing story if it did. I'd like to hear more of that. Let's see. The lovely Miss Garcia in the building in the fuck. What is it? Edificio? Or is that's something else? No, Edificio ain't building. I forgot what building was. I see. That's my problem. Is like I'll be doing my Spanish and I'll be like getting good with the shit, but I don't have nobody to talk to. I don't want to talk to like the fucking program. Look like an asshole. I'm just gonna talk my Spanish. And so then I'll like if I don't have anybody to like try to practice it with or some shit, I'll start forgetting the shit. So like it is crazy because then after a while, even if I hadn't done, I can talk like I could start recalling a lot of vocabulary. But yeah, no, I can't do it. Blickety blickety, blickety blickety blickety. Heidi's here. That's a thing if you're into that kind of thing. Do. 335. Peace. Miss Grace, you heard me do a singular pistol squat, right? Like one. I ain't even trying to risk it. I've halfway attempted. I'm like, yeah, let me work my way into that, right? Because I think I was on the brink of danger. I could have possibly been on the brink of danger. Dolores Law, how are you doing this evening, ma'am? I hope all is well with you. Delta Echo Golf, what's the motherfucking deal? Do 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 do. You're brown. You're not that brown though. You're like Drake. What's the motherfucking deal? You're like I don't know. See, Heidi, if you we gotta go like we gotta get you some Ben Davis. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get you like some gangster Nikes. Definitely gotta shave your eyebrows off, right? Um, then we'll start talking. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll start talking, right? That's how we'll rock with that. Uh, this Dolores name looks real unfamiliar right now. Oh, the hoop area. Oh wow. Oh wow. So let's talk about it. So I said, be the side man. You got to be bold and cold, right? So I was talking about that. I actually wrote that down in my. Otherwise, I would not have remembered that. Oh, be the side man. You got to be bold and cold though, but for real, because you got to realize what you're doing, especially if you're like if you know, like if you don't know that you a side nigga, that's cool. Like if you don't know you a side nigga, and some shit go down, you probably need to kill that bitch, but because she's playing with your life. But if you know you a side nigga and you're deliberately doing side nigga activities, um, you are play, you pretty much like you're willingly like because you don't know how another man is gonna react behind a significant other, right? And then if you bold enough to like go to another motherfucker house and do that shit, like you bold enough to let a bitch come to your house and do that shit. Like the nigga might put the tracker on that shit. Then next thing you know, hey, you don't know who motherfuckers be doing. Like, you gotta be, you don't know who, it don't even matter. Like, unless you getting flued out comfortably, then maybe, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? Nah. Coleslaw, that's terrible. Nobody eats coleslaw like that. All the bras love the side niggas. Like, I don't know what the best side is. The side nigga's like fries. He's like McDonald's fries, right? The bitch really wants to sound like you'll go to McDonald's and you'll get the burger. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to McDonald's, you'll get the burger. You feel me? Like, and you fuck with the burger good in the bitch, but you really want them motherfucking fries, right? The side nigga is fries, right? That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's what you want. Think about it. Right now, ain't nobody sitting around talking about, boy, I really am just craving a quarter pounder with cheese right now. You know, I kill for a McRib. I just need one. No, I mean some fucking fresh, hot. These probably aren't even real potatoes. McDonald's fries, and you're gonna get a craving for them motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the side man is fries. 'Cause the bitch will be with the burger wanting the fries. You feel me? So like, I think I just made the analogy of the year, right? Fuck what Trill be talking about. The side man is the fries. That's definitely what it is. Uh, let's see. Let's see. No, I don't think I've ever even eaten a fucking quarter pounder. I don't get the main burgers from McDonald's, right? And yes, fuck the Rangers. I don't get the main burgers from McDonald's, right? I don't get the Big Mac. I hate the fucking Big Mac. Special sauce is strange with $1,000 whatever the fuck. I don't even like I said, I don't even put sauce on my salad, so that's just weird. Um, I don't fucking get quarter pounders, right? I think the only time I've ever eaten a quarter pounder is like I got like a free quarter pound. I don't even know how. It might have been like a. Might have been time I worked at McDonald's and fucking something got fucked up with an order. Somebody like I don't know. I know that I've had one. I know that I've had one quarter pounder in my life, right? Or double might have been a double quarter pounder. I can't remember, but whatever that name is, right? Um, I've given such little thought to the quarter pounder. Like I've just said the words quarter pound, not actually thinking about a quarter pound, the weight of the pound. Like I put no thought into it. Like it doesn't mean anything to me. Them goddamn McDonald's fries. You gave me a goddamn McChicken. The fucking shit like that. I fucked that shit up. I fucked up a million McDoubles. I don't. I'm not proud to admit this, right? I've probably fucked up in my lifetime a million McDoubles, and I'll take one of them hoes over a quarter pound. Like, even after experiencing a quarter pound, I'll still take the McDouble over the quarter. Like, why am I giving free promo to McDonald's? Fuck this shit. Anyway, well, to be decided, man, you got to be bold. You got to be cold because what's going to happen? You're playing with your life. You're playing with a lot of lives. People die over relationships, right? People die when you're playing with hearts. So you got to be real careful about shit like that. And when you knowingly are going into another man's territory, it's one thing. You talking about girlfriend, boyfriend? That's a thing because niggas kill over that too. Uh, I saw the funniest fucking shit. I saw the funniest fucking shit because some bitch posted something. It was like a little tweet thing. It was like, you see these bitches always fighting over niggas, but you don't see niggas fighting over females, right? It's like why or something makes it like niggas don't because like shit, niggas know that a nigga will kill you over a bitch they don't even like being around, right? Like they don't even like being around this broad. Right? She be annoying as fuck, but they fuck with her. They got a kid by her. What? And they'll kill you over some shit like that. He could be fucking on a whole nother, but a nigga will be cheating and kill you over a bitch that niggas is delusional, right? I'm not fighting over no shared ass pussy, right? I'm not fighting over claim like if the pussy ventures out and then there's like if there's ever a dubious consideration as to whose pussy it is, it's not my pussy. Like it doesn't belong to me. It's not mine. It's not my bitch. She's for the streets, right? So if there's ever a dubious argument, like I'm not going to say, oh, let me, good grief, baby, why? Why did you do it? Why did you go out and break my heart, baby? Why? Like, man, look, bitch for the streets. On to the next one, right? Yeah. So, yeah, she has to cry. You dirty, greasy, veined Americans, clogged up. That's why you can't run a quarter mile, much less a quarter mile. But she says all this shit like in German. She's not saying this in English. It's like Heidi thinks in German, right? I don't wonder. Have you ever wondered that? Like, have you ever wondered that? Like, does your brain really think in English or Spanish or whatever? Like, is that what you're like? I wonder what people who speak multiple languages. Like, I guess those would be the only people who would know like how they really think, or are the thoughts just understood and processed? Like, do you really talk to yourself? Like, are you really talking to yourself in your head, or are you really just understanding what you're trying to say? Because you have an understanding of what you mean inside your mind, right? It's the conveying it out to the world is where you have difficulty, right? Um, you say you wonder if they serve Chinese food in jail. They don't even serve Chinese food in America. We don't get real Chinese food. This is like some shit. Some Chinese people came over here and said, "These Americans don't know shit. We finna hustle the fuck out of them." Like they literally threw some scraps together, call that shit Chinese food, and Americans have been loving it ever since. Right? Right. So there's that. Um, what you don't see? That's like okay. I'm gonna make this quick, and then we're gonna get into the conversation. I don't even remember what we're supposed to be talking. This is definitely an old den. I've been trying to bring that old den energy back, but women make me have to go on women rants because they do bad stuff. But I agree with you, Delta Echo Ghost. We all got, well, not all, but that's how people got sick, right? That's what they told you. at the what they call them, the wet markets. I speak whoop whoop. I don't. Whoop whoop is not Beaumont. Whoop whoop is Harris County Jail, right? Whoop whoop is Harris County Jail. Like you go to Harris County Jail for any amount of time. What's the motherfucking deal, Top G? You go to Harris County Jail for any amount of time, you gonna come out speaking. You're gonna throw a couple of whoops in your lingo. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to tell you. I can't because that like y'all don't understand. I wish like and I actually heard he was in town, but I don't fuck with that motherfucker like that. No more. I told y'all a long time ago I had a cousin I called Whoop, right? Like I literally, and when I say what I'm about to say, I'm like I'm not bullshit. I'm not being funny. This is not like over the top. This is not hyperbole. This is not me making a joke. Like you could have a conversation with this dude and it would go something like this. So I pull up, say, Ken, what's going down? Shit, just about to whoop. So I'm gonna hit the whoop when I whoop. Just whoop. Like, and would this would be real content. Like I'm not bullshit at all. And like I had to question myself about hanging around him when I started to understand him. Like I'm not joking when I would say, man, hey man, what you about to get into, man? I'm about to go hit the whoop and the whoop and whoop. Like and would literally replace nouns, verbs, not adjectives necessarily. Um, yeah, like with like yeah, and it is like you. I hope he's better. Like I don't know how got any job. Whoop like no whoop. He was whoop like everything would be whoop. About to whoop. You know what I'm saying? About to whoop. Go give me a whoop. Like and when I could understand the things that he was saying, and I knew exactly what he meant. Oh, he about to go hop in the car, go get him a beer. He about to go down the road, go fuck with some hoes. But anyway, whatever. I'm just whatever. Um, and I could understand the shit. Like I had to look at myself, like my nigga, why are you spending so much time with this motherfucker that you know, like what does that say about you? And I told y'all the little experience of the story. Cause we was hanging out with me, him, and I had a cousin who did 15 flat, right? And he was just getting out. And we was hanging out at a friend's house. And I was hanging out with Whoop. Whoop did like 2 years. Uh Something like that, right? But like it's just like you would have thought that the one that did 15 was the one that did two, and the one that did two was the motherfucker that did 15. Like it's just like, man, it's not my job to save a motherfucker. It is what it is. Um, I don't even know how I got on that. Fucking talking to Heidi about whoopty whooping. We're talking about the side man having to be bold and cold. And you gotta, it's just not in a situation where I see that it makes any sense to fight over the pussy, right? But role reversal, that's the conversation tonight. The role reversal is taking place, okay, in society. And I don't know how I feel about it. Right? I don't know how I feel about it. It's a good thing. It's a win-win for men, right? And I know some people say, no, no, it's not. It's a win-win for certain men, right? Like, and it could be a win-win for all men, but there's some men who act like women, so they get no win. You know what I mean? So it's like, what I mean by that, like, the power dynamic, I wouldn't say it's shifting. It's shifting. There's just the numbers are growing, right? So women in America are making more money, right? They're more educated. They're more this, that, and the dirty third, right? They're in positions of power, right? So they're not wanting to marry. They're not wanting to have long term relationships and all these things anymore, right? Or they don't want to be in that position, right? Um, I was telling somebody the other day. They were talking about a friend, a good friend of theirs who, did all the right shit, did the things they needed to do. They got, got a house and got this and got all that other shit. That's cool. It don't matter. She played herself out of position. Niggas don't want to deal with that, right? Like, what's the motherfucking deal? B8, what's going down? Mr. Anderson in the building. Agent Anderson in the building. But it's just like you gotta recognize like a man, I've said it before, like most women don't have personality, they're not entertaining, not really interesting to be around. Um, and I'm not saying this to be a dickhead. Like I'm not like you would think that, hey, I like ass, I like titties, I like all the other parts that women have that I enjoy engaging in. You would think men would want women to also be interested, right? Because then you get like it'd be like a whole little fun box, right? Like, hey, this little thing's cool. It's entertaining. It tells funny jokes, and I can fuck it. This is great, right? Like, this is amazing. But unfortunately, most women are not, right? And I'm not saying, hold on, let me just go ahead and do this now. Let me just put this up for those who may feel a particular kind of way before I start saying stuff. Things are being said, so since things are being said, let me go ahead and say this. All right. So, but very few are. And women have said that. Like, think about your favorite comedians, right? They're not women. And I used to never think about, like, who made me realize that women didn't have funny comedians? Women. Women were the first ones to make me realize that women weren't funny. Like, they would tell me shit like, yeah, bitch, really not funny. I'm like, what you mean? So like, I think about it. I'm like, oh, you know what? You're absolutely fucking right. 'Cause I don't pay that much attention to entertainment. But then when I start looking at things, if somebody like introduces me to a concept or a thought or something, I start like investigating that shit. Well, this motherfucker was right. These bitches is boring, and all they talk about is coochie, right? That's it. I like it, but I don't talk about it all day. I'm getting in it. Anyway, anyway, right. But let's talk about it. Let's make it shake. Allow women to work just mean collectively. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Right. Let's talk about it though. Right. So women are making more money. Women are getting better positions. Women are, they got freedom. They got rights. They can vote. They can buy shit on their own. They ain't got to wear the shit. You know what I'm saying? They're free. They're liberated. They've won. They've achieved it, fellas. Let's congratulate. Let's congratulate the ladies. Okay, let's congratulate the ladies. They've done it. They've achieved the status that they fought so hard that their foremothers and more mothers worked so hard for. I'm trying to make some flow with forefathers for. I don't know. It just didn't roll right. Just forgive me. All right. It's all freestyle. Um, so they got everything they wanted, right? So now, why are they unhappier than ever, right? They can't get a man. They get all the other stuff, so now the man's supposed to come with it, right? They can't get the man. Why can't they get the man? They got the job. They got everything else. They want the man. No, the man don't want them, right? But there's been a new thing happening, right? Y'all ever heard the saying, it ain't tricking if you got it? You ever heard it ain't tricking if you got it? Well, niggas ain't got it, right? That homegirl tell me, bitches ain't worried about niggas with money. Bitches is the nigga with money now, right? I was like, oh, might be onto something. But think about it. Now you in a position of power. You got all the bread. You want to be picky, right? That's what men would work for, to have the ability to pick and choose what they wanted, right? I want this the bitch I want. I want to support this bitch. She fuck with me. I fuck with her. This is what I want. Well, now women have to pay for what they want. The pussy don't work no more. There's an overabundance of the pussy, right? Like, because women feel like they're in these positions of power, they're a little bit, they feel like they deserve this. They're approaching men or they're pursuing men who are out of their league. For like women probably hate to hear this more than it because you've never heard this phrase used on a woman. Like, baby, he's out of your league. That's what it is now. He's out of your league. This motherfucker got his choice. He got his pick. You're just not in it, right? This is what's happening now, right? Because now they got the money, so now the ugly bitches fixing themselves up so they can halfway compete. They gonna get the titty flippers and the stop augmenting the titties, y'all. Please stop augmenting. They gonna get the body. What I talked about the 360 life. They gonna get all that shit to look like a sad bitch. I mean, a bad bitch. Uh, right? They doing all that shit more depressed than ever. These bitches going out doing all that shit, fixing themselves up, and you know what else they doing? Aside from all they going fixing themselves up to look like the baddest bitches in the world, they buying dick. The bitches out here buying dick. All the bad bitches, all the yeah, y'all think they getting flued out and all that? Yeah, they gonna get flued out and fucked on by a motherfucker they don't want to fuck with, but the motherfuckers that they want ain't fucking with them. These bitches now are paying for penis. The bitches are paying. So now, again, if you are a man in this day and it's weird, right? It's weird. It's a weird dynamic. It's a weird dynamic. But I mean, think about it. This is what's happening. You pay for what you want, and women spend more than men, especially on frivolous shit. And they're gonna spend on shit on what they want. So right, they find a motherfucker who is piping them down right. They're not going to let the pipe escape. They're afraid to let that get out because they know that the competition is out. They don't want to admit it. I'm bad. They're insecure. The more surgery, the more makeup, the more artificial pillow, the hair, whatever, the worse off it is, right? I'm trying to tell y'all something. Well, they got it all fucked up. They got it all confused, right? They felt like they had to go out and compete with men and acquire all this shit. It was so easy for them. They didn't have to do shit but exist. Really? Like, exist? I don't know, Miss Grace. It depends on how bad you want it, I guess. But, uh, right, Josh. Exactly. Exactly. What's the saying? IYK. But the thing about it is, it's like it's so ridiculous. Like it's not one they are buying D. I'm not. Y'all say I'll be joking. I'm not even joking about they are paying for this. But what's really the crazy part is like you would think that women having more power would mean that things would be easier for them. But in reality, it's made it much more difficult. Why? Because with power comes responsibility. Right? That's the part they overlook. They just wanted the power. They see men got all the power and they're doing all this stuff and they won't let us do anything. And then they had to take responsibility. And then in response, they start taking responsibility and start crying and shit. Yeah, hit that like button. Yeah. Hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated. But it is. It's a thing, right? And it's happening. It's happening. Um, all you gotta be like, if you a young nigga in the game right now, and you just like, if you a young nigga in the game and you know you can make it do what it do, don't take rent a romance, right? Like, start you a rent a romance business. You can eat right now, like in this day and age. Oh shit, Phil. Especially post vid, right? The loneliness, the mental shit, all that shit's at an all time high, but the money's at an all time high too. They're happier, but they're more depressed than ever. They're gonna buy their happiness, right? That's what women do. Women try to buy their fucking happiness. That's not how you get happy. You can't do that. You will never, ever be able to buy your happiness. You may be able to buy a thing that can assist in you getting there, but you cannot buy your fucking happiness. But women try to, right? Um, well, maybe unless you're like addicted to crack or something, I guess that's kind of different. Um, what? I'm cherry picking stats. That's false, Heidi. That is extremely false because I haven't used any stats at all. But again, the women that are doing better, there's more women that are doing better. There are more women that are in better positions. Now, this again, like I said, this benefits some men. This doesn't benefit all men, right? This, man, again, really, you think all groups are less happy? I mean, they probably are, but you can't say it's not my job to save everybody, right? I'm trying to tell the niggas how to fix their happiness on the backs of other people's unhappiness, right? This is how people work, right? We gotta oppress somebody, right? If you're gonna oppress a motherfucker, at least get paid, right? Yeah, well, I mean, come on, Heidi, this planet's overpopulated as is. We can sprinkle a little depression around. Everybody get a little bit. We don't want to put all of them in. We need something here to procreate. We can sprinkle some around. But it's all going down the drain, right? So at this point, again, and let me put this up too. I forgot. I gotta put up things about the den because people, yeah. Let me give some people time to read that and some people time to read it twice. You know what I just said. All right. So yeah. Oh, the bitch. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you're like a halfway decent dude, it's a fucking win for you because look again, the bitch acidry. Bitch acidry. I can say it. Bitch acidry. Levels are significantly higher than at any other point in history, right? Like on both sides. I just showed y'all the little weirdo. It was another little thing. I don't be having time. That's why I say I don't like this funky ass schedule. I don't like it because it doesn't give me the time to one get off work, eat, do the shit I need to do, and then properly, gather the information I want to gather. But I got a couple things I'm gonna show y'all. But yeah, bitch ass is all time high. Motherfucker, like, niggas are weaker than ever. Absolutely. Like, do you understand the minimal effort it takes to do anything now? And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the men are winning more because the women as a whole across the board are more depressed, right? But as a man, you can always win. Men always win. Like, you just gotta don't be that one of them. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like the little dude I showed you last night fucking arguing with his mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be that. Don't be that guy. You know what I'm saying? What you done did. But like I said, it's just like it's for certain men, right? And again, these are men that are gonna win no matter what. If the women were winning or losing or whatever, right? But for those guys it's already more of a win, right? But what some of you fellas don't realize, some of you young men, you don't realize that the dynamic has changed significantly, right? You as a man are much more valuable than you think. A lot of these women, they get on the internet, and we tell y'all all the time how women do things for other women, right? And they'll be fuck that nigga and fuck that bitch and I beat that bitch ass and I kick this nigga to the curb and it'll be all this crazy shit. And then they go home and they cry on their pillow at night, right? Just wish I had a man. God, why won't you bring me a man? Was it Shannon that said that? I think the other night, and it was like a brilliant point. It's like, I might be confusing conversations, but you got like we talk about how women go to the church so much, but now women are only going to church to find Jesus, to find a man, right? And it's true. Like, I never. It's true. It's really fucking true. We need to talk about that. I might do it this weekend. I might. Oh yeah. I guess tomorrow Friday, I may or may not be streaming. I don't know yet. That's some shit I need to take care of. But if I don't, then Saturday and Sunday night will be live. But yeah, so say Dan the Man is just fine. Shout out to Dan the motherfucking man. It's Dan, bitch. But again, But that's what I'm saying. Like women got it all mistaken. Like it's at this point, it's humor, right? You walk around and you see and you just acknowledge the things that are going on. It's just like it's humor. But any decent dude or any dude in decent shape right now, right? Any dude in decent shape, you can gyrate your hips. You're you basically winning right now. Well, for at least an extended period of time, right? Like you might not be winning depending on whatever. Anyway, um, and that's what the world is now. Like it's crazy. Think about it. Look how women act. Look how they act just like men, right? And they're proud of it, and that's cool. Again, they've lost that divine femininity that they once possessed. Okay, let's get into it. I told you there was a list that came up. There's actually a couple of lists. So I'm gonna try to find the other one while I pull this one up. And I hope all you lovely people do it. And these are actually good lists, right? Because the list, why is the internet so stupid? But I'm talking about it. So who am I, right? Um, but this is where we are in the world. Like one side of the country or the world is getting demolished, blown to bits. And we're over here making lists like we need shit from the fucking grocery store. I don't even. We're making lists. And when is the last time you've made a meaningful list? I haven't even read the list, right? So I'm gonna be honest. Like I just saw it, so I said I was gonna wait to live read it. I guess there's also another one. Let me pull up because I haven't read the other one either, right? I think it's more interesting when we discover new things together. All right, and while I'm doing that, let me pull this other shit up in the background. So, woman drops a list of things you should do for your man as a woman. I want to know if people agree or disagree, fellas, ladies, everybody. Let's make it big. Let's make it real big. All these hearts and eyeballs and shit. All right. List of things you should do as a woman. Number one, wipe your coochie. Not back to front. All right. Be his safe space, comfort zone. Feel like home. Listen, be understanding, be patient. How the fuck are 3 and 4? See, again, you try to do something good and the women still fucking the shit up. God damn. 3 and 4, feed his soul. Like, what is that? Breakfast and lunch and dinner? Like, what do you, when are you feeding the soul? We only feed it twice a day. Like, I don't, why is it 3 and 4? Did something get deleted? What the fuck is going to see? Like, a woman read this list and then number 3 was probably something she ain't like, so she deleted the shit and then forgot to put the other ones in place. Like, what the fuck is going? Why is 3 and 4 both in the same shit? Like, see, now this is where my mind goes, people. Right? This is the shit that I be on. Right? This is like, what the fuck? Then I go down this rabbit hole. It's not always this bad, but yeah. Anyway, what the fuck is going on? Right? I don't, I don't know what it is. Right? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Right? I'm trying to figure out uh in just a minute. Right? Pearl Davis versus Ethan Klein. You talking about little fat hairy dude, H3? Pearl's a weirdo too. She's a scammer, right? All of my points are bulletproof. If you don't agree, Heidi, call in and prove me wrong. You can say it in German, and I'll argue with you in English, and still be right. You and your accurate timing and car making cousins. Love him unconditionally. Pray for him. Be his peace. Be his best friend. Women, women are terrible friends. Women don't like him being each other's friend. Women don't like being friends with women. How the fuck? Uplift, encourage, support him. believe in him was probably number 3. And they was like, man, fuck that. We just gonna combine this shit. We gonna take number 3 and put this shit on number 9. And we just like fuck them niggas. That's whatever broad made this probably like, man, fuck them niggas. They don't even deserve a list. All this shit. You know what I'm saying? Ah, motherfucker! I just had the list right there. I was gonna screenshot it off my damn phone. Phone never died. All right. Understand, like, oh no, what is uplifting curse? But yeah, give forgiveness, grace, and be compassionate. And they talking about grace. They ain't talking about Miss Grace. They talking about what was that show? Grace Under Fire. What was that lady name? I don't know. They ain't talking about her either. Understand. Yeah, let me see that one. I would love to see number 11. Giving space. That's a big one. That's a real deal though. Giving space. You gotta give motherfuckers space. Sometimes niggas just need to figure it out. Cook for him. Feed him. That's a big one. Home cooked meals. Home cooked meals versus meals out. Or that's a big deal. Respect. RESPECT. Yeah. Be submissive. This is where that's like right there. That's probably where 92% of women are like, fuck this shitty list. Fuck this bitch. Whoever wrote this, she's a fucking pick me. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Fuck that bitch. Yeah, fuck this list. That's what them bitches probably was. You know what I'm saying? And they went and drank a fucking mimosa. Be submissive, loud and lead. Add value to life. Bitch is like, it's always trying to add some damn value. Why you just can't be cool? Just be you. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta add decimal points and shit. Be nurturing. That's a big deal. Heal and grow with him. Yeah, maybe with that. Give him king treatment. What the fuck does that mean? Have a spiritual connection. And this is the one, like, help him be like, you can't. I'm gonna watch that one. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not even going to rant on that. But I kind of disagree with 21. It's like you can't. You got to figure that out on his own. Be able to take care of yourself. This has nothing to do with a fucking man, right? But I mean, I guess I get it. I get it in the situation. Like that's some. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I get it. I get what they're saying. I guess it's context matters in some of this shit too. And again, the list was doing good. The list was doing good, but they had to end it on some fucking, right? Like the women were doing good. I was like, I'm talking about shit, but overall, like it is what it is. They're doing the best they can, but they got to end it on some fucking. Take your soul, no, bitch. Just that's not. Look, just do everything else, right? Just do everything else. Never look at what a man can do for like some of these other extra shit's kind of repetitive. Anyway, so there's that. That's funny. Yeah, like this shit is craziness, right? I stand with Pearl. That's funny. Said Pearl is a plan. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I don't trust none of these like quote unquote red pill. But I'm not red pill. I'm not red pill at all. Like not at all. Not even in the slightest. I just am aware that women are terrible people for the most part. Like as a collective, but most people are terrible people as a collective, right? So I'm just putting the blinders on. It was much more fun to talk about women because y'all get real mad about it for no reason. But yeah, as a collective, I mean everybody's terrible. So we can play the game. But yeah, these new age bitches, yeah, I definitely don't like. I don't like new age bitches across any races. Like they're all terrible. Like, yeah. So there's another list. Let me I didn't even pull it up while I was over here doing whatever the fuck I was doing. It's probably supposed to be over here. Man, if I could show you, man. That's funny. Motherfucker said I ain't clearing up no rumors unless they say I smoke Reggie. Yeah, I can defend myself on that Um, Man, it's been a year since our buddy got popped in Houston. That's crazy. It seemed like it was longer than that. Well, where's the damn thing? I'm trying to find it. I was getting sick. I'll find this shit. I'm just talk some shit until I find it. If y'all see my timeline is terrible. That can't be real. That cannot really be real. See, that's why this how motherfuckers get distracted. I should show y'all my shit, but y'all like, oh, shit, what in the fuck? God damn it! Where's the other damn list? All right, I guess we might not see the other list tonight. Anyway, yeah, fuck it. I'm not too long. I want to show y'all this video again because I want to talk about this chick real quick, and then we'll open up the lines, right? Oh shit! I almost didn't make it. Excuse me. Oh man. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, cool. All right, we good? We good? Everybody cool? Everybody cool? We good? I'm good. You good? All right. Sure. All right. You know I got like this thing about sneezing on camera. I don't know why. It's like it's not that big a deal, but it's like a thing. I think I slipped up like twice, right? And I think that's decent. I was very upset the first time I did it. Okay, let me just show y'all this video here though. So I'm gonna talk about this lady and her behavior. Because when I talked about it, like I had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. But after discovering some more things,
Stupid, yo. I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, yo, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could have talked to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's fucked up, dude. I'm telling you, yo, that's fucked up.
Wait, no. Cop, you're not gonna say fuck me or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and we're going to. Okay, look. So, I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course I'm mad when you just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my fucking choice?
I'm your partner. You're supposed to come to me and talk to
Joe,
me.
I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no
You
solution.
knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before,
I
knew that.
thought that I would never have to go back to anything like this again. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
Everything did change.
No. Obviously it hasn't.
No, it had to. I had to do
Obviously
something.
it hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off.
It's stupid, yo. I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, yo, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could have talked to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's fucked up, dude. I'm telling you, yo, that's fucked up.
Wait, no. Cop, but you're not gonna say fuck me or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
it's not fucked up. It's not fucked up that you went and made no way behind it back. So I said this one was like late 40s or something, late. This one was like 51, 52 years old. Now, we talked about when this happened, right? Now, we talked about the roles were reversed. Women would talk about how terrible of a dude that dude was. He's a piece of shit. Look what he's doing to his wife. But you know, men as a whole, when we watched this video, we talked about it. What did men say? It's his fault, right? It's his fault for marrying that woman, right? And then, especially when she said that you knew what I was when you got me. She is a former star of adult entertainment. So it's even more so his fault, right? Even more so. And so I don't feel bad for him at all. But now she's going on show. Now apparently he's He's no longer staying at the house or whatever. But this is the fucked up part about it is this is what she wanted, right? That's the whole reason she's looking like this. She's making sure she on the camera, make sure she's getting it recorded for everybody to see, right? Because she's hoping one or two things is going to happen, right? One or two things was going to take place. Let me fix this for y'all. I got it. We're gonna watch this together. I found the video I was looking for. Is the follow up to this. But one or two things was gonna take place. And that was either he's gonna hit her motherfucking ass, and you know what happens if that happens, or, you know, he was gonna get embarrassed. She was gonna embarrass him publicly, you know, let this shit out, and he's gonna leave. Because what man, what dude, you didn't put this motherfucker out here to the whole world. I mean, they probably already knew that, you know, she was what it was. And that's one thing when you said, well, okay, you know, he married an old freak, whatever. That's what he into, cool. But then she out there still freaking leaking like, this is crazy. I already killed this. This is gonna be crazy. We're gonna watch this shit together. Like, I can already tell, like, I only seen 3 seconds of it. Just the look on this bitch face. This is gonna be crazy, y'all. This bitch is a lunatic. I can tell she crazy. And again, you know, the more meat, the more mental, right? The more meat she done took, the more mental she gonna be. I guarantee you that. Because again, with women, every one of those experiences lasts with them. They were just blacked out, drunk, some other stuff, but shit. Yeah, I'm not even finna. Anyway, those memories, it's just shadows instead of faces, I guess. But like these memories stick with women, right, dudes? Maybe not so much. I don't know. That time that happened, I don't know. Maybe, probably not. Whatever. But it's gonna linger with women in a different way, right? You let somebody inside the same place your fucking kids came out of. Shame on you. You're supposed to protect that whole arena. You out there just slaying it like fucking, oh, you can eat pancakes at fucking Denny's, right? It's not even IHOP. Denny's. IHOP has the superior pancakes. I mean, they are the International House of Pancakes, right? Anyway, let's pull this video up together. It's gonna be crazy. Apparently, this bitch. And again, what did I say when it first came up? I said this bitch seeking some fucking attention. Look at her. She's so fucking sad now. She's so sad now. Look at her. All right, we're gonna watch this one together. I have not watched. I don't know what's happening. We're gonna check it out, and then we're gonna talk about the role reversals and all of that stuff. Hey, man, look, Jack. Also, another thing. I need y'all to do a huge Den folk favor, right? Because I think it's only like 300 hours away from being able to get the den back monetized. If you're bored, if you're not doing anything over the next few days, just play old dens in the background. I'll try to make sure y'all send me y'all's favors if you have been watching them, and I'll make sure to put any recommendations in a playlist, which is what I need to. I did some. I did. There's a playlist with some of the favorites, but I need to after the stream. I'm going to update the Den channel page so I can put the newer stuff up there. But I'll make sure to put that there. Let's check these out together. Okay, so you watch and I watch, we watch together, and then we talk about it. Okay, we gotta make this a little bigger. Then we talk about it. There we go. We talk about it. All right, right now.
First question is, where's
How
Joe?
How are you guys doing?
Where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed.
Fake motherfuckers. Dog. first question is, where's Joe? How you doing? Like, you say she go there powder. I didn't even pay attention. She might have did a nice little couple of lines. She got a little watery over there. I mean, I gotta get ready for this interview. All right.
Stop with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So
Yeah. 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 Oh man.
yeah.
Keisha, how long ago? Obviously, we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long? How long is the account? Have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife. Period. Um,
So this bitch actively promoting. So this really on Joe. This hoe got promo, Joe, and you don't know? Man, come on, dog. Man, come. TMZ. TMZ, she need money for powder. This bitch out of there. What you talking about? Look, come on, Howie. I'll do the fucking interview for a goddamn 8-ball. Howie, just do the fucking interview. Get the views. Just give me the goddamn 8-ball, Howie. God damn it.
and, you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, you know, she wants to really put a bigger, you know, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew up from that. And it's no secret.
Oh, it's no secret. It's no secret. She is. I'll give you 3 guesses. Keep it real time. How are you doing this evening, man? Bro. Like, they say reality is better than fiction. And this is it's fucked up because this is turmoil for Joe. But if he out there fucking around on another bitch and you ain't keeping tab, like, that's why you got it takes responsibility to be a player. It's a lot of work, man. Being a player is a lot of work. Niggas ain't got time for this shit.
Joe's financial issues, you know,
Mhm.
and I have always made a good life for myself, you know. Before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe, and I had established myself as a singer, you know, and I came.
How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight? How your mama now? Water's the greatest thing ever invented. Well, whatever. You know what the fuck I mean. This is great. I'm loving it. That's what I'm saying. She trying to make Joe look bad. She already making him look bad. But she trying to make Joe look real. Joe might be broke. Damn, Joe, you broke. You high coat. You know, niggas looking at Joe bad right now.
Back here, you know, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, you know, other.
She knew the fuck that nigga was beforehand, and she knew that nigga was a sucker, and she got that motherfucker. It's all good, bitch. Just don't you just like, I see that nigga had some money. I thought he was gonna fund my motherfucking singing career. I was tired of sucking European weenies, and shit, I'm trying to get on, my nigga. Fuck it.
things, but you know, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same.
He's slandering this man. Why?
And depression is a serious thing also. So, you know, I've been just like, you know, supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations with him. I've started several businesses, you know.
All those businesses must have been terrible. It failed, right? Because those sound like none of them doing good if you had to get on the OF, right? It was, it's just another shut up, Rod.
I've been doing a lot, like, and I just figured out, like, I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over.
What? Y'all heard that? Miss Bell? Not Miss Bell. Oh, not Miss Bell. You're not Cape Verde. Miss Bell probably said something racist when she heard it. She's like, what is this light-skinned Negro? My bad. Que Garcia. Lo siento. Mi mujer. Yeah, this your people? This your people? You know her mama and them? You know her mama and them? This your people? This your people, Kate Garcia? Y'all chilling on the island doing the festivals? You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm just saying. Let me find out. Miss Grace already knew all this. Let me find out she know what Joe Smith house said. Let me find out Miss Grace already knew Joe Smith was broke.
Over here, we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do, you know, and
He's done nothing wrong ever. It's all, I've been a superwoman. I did everything. I saved Joe's life. I saved Joe's house. I am a goddess.
he won't do it. So I had to. And I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if
I was getting my, what happened to the singing career? That's definitely Coke face right there. Oh, Jay, man, that's fucked up. Don't do Miss Grace like that. See what I'm saying? I've done nothing wrong. I was just a weenie collector. I collected on film. You know, I was just an aficionado. That was all. And he knew that. He knew that prior to meeting me. Real niggas never change. Keep it real.
my survival, if I would do anything for my own survival, then what makes you think that would change now?
Mm-hmm. But have you not seen that? Like that's a lot. There's a lot of women who think that. I see the broad the other day. Dude was talking about, hey man, you should stop doing it. What do you mean? I make it. This is a business. This is. Well, I mean, you are an American citizen, so your body is a business. But I didn't think it was, necessarily that extent. That's cool though. I mean, honestly, like I said, I don't care what anybody does. I don't. I say a lot of shit, right? I say a lot of things. I talk a lot of shit because it's fucking funny. But when it ultimately comes down to it, I don't give a fuck, right? Because you got to make the decisions you got to make. I got to make the decisions I got to make. Like, I wish that people would make the best decision for themselves. I don't always make the best decision for myself, right? So, there's always life is a learning this. But when you like actively pursue like terrible, terrible stuff, and then don't want to take any accountability, like not even an iota, a little modicum of accountability. Just get a sprinkle of accountability, please. Like you can't get none of it, like none, nada. Damn.
When I retired from the adult industry, I promised myself if I don't sing, I don't eat. So when, you know, my music career wasn't popping here when I left Germany and I stayed here for him,
Not only is she affiliated with Grace, she down with Heidi people too. Should have known. Uh, this is craziness. This is crazy. This bitch is like, just listen to how she talk. And like, fellas, how many of you have ever talked to a woman who just got out of a relationship and she described her previous relationship with similar energy to this woman right here? Just, I mean, 0 for no, 1 for yes, if you've ever experienced that.
I figured, I would, start a business. I started a puppy friend social club business, a dog sitting business. And then COVID happened and that screwed everything up.
Puppy friends, dog sitting business. Like, bitch, you got access to more funds than most, right? Like, that's some shit you start if you ain't, you coming from the ground up or something. Like, bitch, you got money to access capital for like a real, legitimate business. Don't blame the vid. Look at this bitch. Look, like, I know these are freeze frames, but why is every freeze frame that we catch is like the craziest fucking face to be made right now, right? Exactly, Take Bell, no, chill out, no. That's what I'm saying. I don't, again.
I have a moving company, that he actually works for me. Like,
Oh, I know that mouth is nuts. Dude, look how she worked in little tight corners right there. She could do some damage with that motherfucker. Anyway, I know how she got you, Joe. I know, Joe. I know how she got you, Joe, but you gotta let it go, Joe. But she's taking every shot she can to fucking bash it. You notice? You see that shit? Like every little, like, corner of conversation that she can take a stab at this nigga. Like every little, like, these are unnecessary details that are unfounded and unproven. And then you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen is you're gonna find out all this shit is untrue, right? But nobody's gonna care because she just said it. Like, the crazy part is gonna be out there. Nobody's gonna go back and find out like it's not true. But she got out here, said all this ridiculous shit that been powdered up, tripping, and motherfuckers gonna believe this shit. Oh, well, see, here's the thing though, Broderick. You just gotta stay tuned, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to do some new and improved things in the den. It's just gonna take a little time. Hopefully, I can make some advancements this month. But when I say I intend to make the den much more interactive, the sauce much more interactive, y'all have no idea, right? Like, when I say it's gonna be a whole new ball game, but it's just gonna take a little time. That's why I said I think I may not stream tomorrow and Friday, and may rock Saturday and Sunday because I got a lot of shit that needs to be done for both channels. And then, yeah. Anyway, you had Tubi Tuesday. Tubi Tuesday was actually good. See, J Melwin fucked it all up. You know what I'm saying? J Melwin fucked Tubi Tuesday. Tubi Tuesday supposed to be bad movies that's terrible and hard to watch. That Tubi Tuesday was actually funny as shit. It was definitely a nigga movie, but it was funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? I actually dozed off. I don't think I finished it, but it was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the whole purpose. Niggas was actually watching the movie instead of clowning the movie. See, J Man went fuck. Anyway, we can get back to this video.
he works for my moving company. I'm tired of being the one to figure shit out. So I figured it out the best way I know that can maximize the money that needs to come in. Because
But Joe seen all this before it came. Like, that's what I say. You can't, bro. You cannot. Like, you gotta wait a while for you marry somebody, bro. You gotta wait a while before you marry somebody because you gotta see it all. You gotta see the good. You gotta see the bad. Like, you can't marry a motherfucker until you can see them trip, right? You can see this motherfucker trip out and you can survive this shit. Like, all right, I can marry this motherfucker. Like, do some real shit. But you, That's why they say, nigga, you gotta test a broad before you gotta test a bro. You gotta, because a woman is testing you always. Like fellas, a woman is always testing you, right? So you must have a test for her ass. So you ain't allowed to test her as much because it only takes a couple of things, and you'll know what you got, right? But a woman is always testing and pushing because her tests are different. But you gotta test abroad in certain situations, scenarios, right? And see what she is really about. Because it's all when it's good. Oh, it's cool when it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's always good. But when it goes through some tough times, you get you one of these, boy. You get you one of these. Five slammer gamma. What's going down?
Because I'm tired of living like, you know, I'm tired of
Yeah.
living minimal.
Like being poor. Tired of being like the people who are watching this video, who are watching on TV, TMZ right now. The people who are eating Bluebell on their couch and waiting for their audition of 600-Pound Life to get accepted. Yes, I don't want to live like those people. What do I look like? I took weenies for a living. I was an adult film star and a singer. I entertained everybody. I got stung and I sung. How dare I live like such a pauper? Not me. This bitch is crazy, bro.
It's not fair. And I don't understand how you could have had such a maximized life and be so content. This is ridiculous. But we've been together for almost 13 years, though. We've been together since 2012, like after his retirement. And it really wasn't a retirement that he wanted, it was a forced retirement because
Oh my God. TMZ got the right one. Oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with this, bro? This broad is trying to slaughter this motherfucker every chance he gets. Why? What did Joe do?
he just got locked out after the lockout in the 2011 lockout. You guys remember?
Right.
He just never got a new job. Nobody wanted him anymore. So, there was a depression, and I've been going, dealing with all of this stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry for what I'm doing. I'm just sorry that he can't understand that it's not.
Do you see? I ain't even gotta say nothing. The real was recognized.
That wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead.
At this point, I can just pause and see y'all already know what I'm thinking. Y'all already know what's going on.
Really love Joe. I love him. If he never speaks to me again, I still will do things to help him or whatever.
This bitch can't even think of things to do to help this nigga. This bitch is just saying shit, right? She's got to paint her picture that she's just this superwoman. She's just this all end all be all. She saved him from everything. Her and her singing and her porn star background provided for Joe when he had nothing, fresh off his forced NBA retirement. Like, why is she hearing all this? Like, if you love somebody, you wouldn't talk about them the way that you're speaking on this person throughout this video.
I can because he's my family. He's like an intricate part of my life, and I just want the best for us. And I wish he wanted that also. That's really where I'm at.
This bitch want to keep Joe and get fucked on and paid. This bitch see them Instagram models out there and all the motherfuckers out there doing it. She old and she thinks she still got it. She want to get it because she thinks it's out there to be gotten. She don't give a fuck about Joe. Joe, I'm just gonna go over here and do a photo shoot. Joe, I'm just gonna next thing you know. She's probably again, and along with that adult film and do what you gotta do. It was probably I would don't feel like I'm going out on a thin limb saying that she has provided services for finance. I wouldn't be surprised if that was stated somewhere.
I wish that he wanted the best for us because he's not really wanting the best for himself. So I can't expect him to do for me what he can't do for himself, I guess. And that's why I just did what I had to do.
Have you drawn that line in the sand that you will continue doing OnlyFans?
Unless something else happens that, changes that, no, I'm going to continue my OnlyFans. I think as a couple and just him individually, he needs counseling to help find out how to re-find himself.
Choose wisely, fellas. We talked about dating damaged yesterday. Well, I guess, yeah. And damage doesn't mean that motherfuckers walking around. They can be damaged in other ways. They may not have the capability. This bitch is a narcissist, right? I don't even use that fucking word because I think it's kind of overused. This bitch is extremely arrogant, bro. And she cannot, like, you get a broad like that. That's not a chick. That's not a person who can be there for you in that type of time to get you. See, this is the type of person who demeans you in a situation like that, right? So she'll play this role like, see, I was trying to help him and I said those things. She probably talked crazy to this nigga, right? We tell you that the wife can always say, I can guarantee, I will bet my life. This bitch has told Joe some of the foulest fucking shit you could imagine. Right? Like, possibly imagine. If she's saying this shit out publicly like this, just willy-nilly for the world, right? Can you imagine the shit she done told this motherfucker behind closed doors when she's not recording herself? She's aware of the camera. She knows what the fuck she's doing. And that is crazy.
And find his new place in the world. It's really hard once you've had a major career. You were the number one draft pick, and then everything ends. How do you deal with that? I don't want to be alone, but if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. But I don't think we'll have a divorce. I don't think so. I think he'll come around.
Yes, the
This bitch don't want to leave him. She just want to be able to fuck other motherfuckers and say she got a nigga at home. I told y'all that. This bitch is a certified go live one, right? Certified. Certified. Whoo, wee boy. Very unfortunate, right? Very, very unfortunate. All right. I've done it again. I've been sharing my thoughts. Let us open. I ain't even got the thing up. Let me open up the line, right? That bitch is a lunatic. Which is a lunatic. Oh, man. Let me put that sign up so y'all can make your mind up. And then we gonna do some stuff. We ain't heard from Jada Smith in a week. Oh, it's super funny, bro. Says on her LinkedIn, dog. Like, that's crazy. She is proudly ever like, and you know what? If she went on TMZ, not because of Joe, right? I guarantee her OnlyFans has increased in revenue because of this, right? Because that's the type of shit motherfuckers do. Like, that's the type of shit like, oh, they don't know because, she got an OnlyFans, she did naked ass bitch little like. Like, man, oh my goodness. Josephine, Johnny. Good freaking grief. I forgot what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Oh. All right, let me take this. Y'all got it. Bro. All right. Call or text 832-464-4555. 832-464-4555. We can talk about it. Let's talk about it. The role reversal. How the gender roles have changed a little bit. We can also talk about the crazy video we watched. We can talk about the new list. I wish I could find that other list. I'm gonna be looking for that other list. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Dre. What's going down, Mr. Dre? Hold on one second, Mr. Dre, because I think I got you muted. All right, there we go. All right. Mr. Dre, what's the play? What's going on, Mr. Dre? What's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening, sir?
I'm all right. I just have to mute this thing now. Should have done this before. Okay. This whole idea of women paying for sex now is not new. Okay, I'm getting feedback, but that's because of my thing. But anyways, it's not new. As far as I know, in my life, it's been going on since the 90s and before, like early 90s, like late 80s and before. Hell, my brother put himself through high school and college doing that. And not as a professional, as just in finding this girl here, finding that girl there, and them just liking him. And then I remember one time he said I was in jail and he needed to bail me out, and he got a couple $1,000 from some chick. And everything was cool like that. And, I don't know, it's been going on for a long time.
Wait. You were in jail?
No, that's what he said.
Oh, he was in jail. Okay, I'm about to say he had to get some money to bail you out.
No. He told the girl that I was in jail.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible thing.
And he needed to bail me out.
They don't lie. You gotta be honest about it. Don't lie about it. That's terrible. That's bad. I was all for this story until we got to the lying part. Now that's no good. Okay, but what I'm saying is now, like, yeah, it has been going on forever. There's been sugar mamas and cougars and all these other things for a long time. But would you say that it has increased in significant number compared to what it used to be? Women are actively and proudly flaunting that they are in these classes of sugar mamas and cougars and all these other things, right?
I think it's switched in certain areas, that in certain demographics it's increased, in others it's kind of decreased. So maybe there's a more overall acceptance to it, but otherwise it's still there. It's just being talked about now. It's like everything else. We used to talk about and say that it was going on. People were like, nah, that's too crazy. That never happened. And then all of a sudden, people started getting phones and stuff, putting shit up on the internet. And it's like, oh, okay, so that is true.
Yeah, that's definitely been happening. So who do you think which demographic do you think it's increased for? And which demographic do you think it's decreased for?
Increase on, I guess, the older side of the spectrum, and decrease maybe on the lower side of the spectrum. Because I guess with females being able to get more money through work and stuff, and just make more money whichever way, they have more money to spend. If they're by themselves, they can do what they want with it. So,
do you think that's a good thing for females to have more money and freedom?
You already know the answer to that question. I don't know why you're asking me that. I oppose almost every other male in the den on that question. And the thing is, for me, everybody deserves more money. Everybody's underpaid. Everybody deserves every freedom. So it's not just that I think females deserve it. I think males
Every
deserve it
freedom.
too. But you knew the answer already.
Man, I'm just saying, but I mean, there's a few freedoms we need to restrict from women because they don't know what they be doing.
But one thing I wanted to say about Mr. Joe Smith's alleged wife
Mhm.
is she quoted that phrase, "My body, my choice." And yeah, I'm slowing down like Kenneth from New York now. But she just gave every single male, female, everybody a platinum pass to cheat on everybody. Because hey, my body, my choice. I decided to fuck this person. It's my body, my choice. And nobody has any consequences now based on that. If anybody's following her and what she's saying, there's no repercussions.
But the thing is it really her choice to make the? I mean, does she get to decide what the repercussions are, or is it really up to Joe and him being, I guess, spineless in this situation? Not react is why she
I
has no
wouldn't say
repercussion.
for the repercussions. I wouldn't say it's just him. It's society in general, because he could say no, kick her out, whatever, pay her off to get out of his life, whatever money she takes and whatever divorce or whatever. But then society has to be able to be like, yeah, what you did was wrong, and no man get with her. Nobody keep fucking with her. Her OnlyFans just start dropping. Well, memberships start dropping.
But the thing about
So
people who are paying for OnlyFans memberships, shit, they are obviously people who enjoy adult entertainment, and so one of the bigger categories of adult entertainment is uh, infidelity and behaviors like that. So people who are engaged in that type of stuff are probably gonna, they'll probably be willing to spend more
yeah,
there.
no, I agree they will. It's just when we're talking about the repercussions, that's where it's going to have to come from. Not just him, but society. And I don't see people going to try to hold her accountable for anything. It might be a person here, a person there. She might walk down the street or be in the grocery and somebody be like, "What you did to Joe was bad. You didn't have to do him like that. You scandal so." But
See, you know what would
her
happen for that to.
pocketbook might grow up.
Yeah. But see, for that to happen, it would take men being dominant in society again. Because women will never shame other women, no matter what they do. Men will shame her. Men will say, "Oh, look
Yeah,
at
they
her.
will.
She's a whore. That's fucked up. What you doing?" Or. But women will be like, again, they'll agree with her. So society will never correct those bad behaviors because we've given women too much power. That's why I say, they deserve some rights. Oh, I don't know if they deserve all the rights. It's like a couple of them they can get like 70% right. Like a couple of them they need a little bit of restrictions. And I think niggas need some restrictions on some rights too. So I'm not just being anti-woman. So don't be thinking I'm just out here bashing women. It's some niggas that I know the video I'm gonna say, but yeah, some niggas that definitely need some rights restricted as well. Like I think there should be some tests you have to pass, some emotional tests, and some definitely some literacy tests. I'm with all that shit.
And I'm going to say what I said before, and somebody couldn't understand it, but that's the exact same mentality that the KKK and all them white supremacist groups use against everybody that isn't white. That
But
they
they
don't
weren't all
deserve those
wrong.
rights.
But they're not all wrong,
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes, it
It's
is.
not
Yes,
all
it is.
wrong.
Yes, it
Like,
is.
okay,
Yes,
so
it is.
the direction they may have been painting with a very broad brush. I don't think it should be a race based thing. That's a terrible terrible
It's
decision.
not
Like you can't
right.
base
It's
it on
not a
race.
race-based thing.
Yeah, but
It's a section. It's
that's
a sex-based
okay.
thing.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to discriminate against sex, not race. Okay, so like, I don't believe men and women should work together because it always causes bad problems. Like the fact that motherfuckers are comfortable calling motherfuckers work wives and work husbands and shit like that. That's weird. That's as bad as baby mama and baby daddy. Like you are going to work probably finagling with motherfuckers in the utility closet and shit, and you know, and this is okay, acceptable with society. Like you can't be, you gotta take the rights away from women, right? And they can only work in
But
call
that's like
centers all
prison
by
gay though.
themselves. What?
But what are
What?
you talking about? Like in
Work,
utility
work,
classes,
wait,
that's like
wait,
prison gay.
wait, wait, whoa,
That's
whoa.
exactly the same thing as prison gay.
We not gonna make work wives and work husbands the equivalent. What? The equivalent of prison gay? Where have we gone,
Yeah,
Dre? Dre,
because
where
all
have
of
we
a sudden,
gone? We've gone too far. That's where we've gone, Dre. We've gone
no,
too
no, no,
far.
no, 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 no. Because if work husband and work wife having sex in a utility closet is okay because it's away from home, that's the same thing as
Get
being
a hotel.
take a dude taking dick in jail
Whoa, whoa.
and then coming out and be on the outside with his family and his wife or whatever.
Why, Dre? Why?
It is.
Why?
Why?
Why did you take the conversation here? We were in a utility closet talking about work wives and work husbands. You've taken it to the penitentiary and penetration. Like, why, Dre? Why are we here right now? Why is the conversation going to the outer limits? We're gonna reel it back. We're gonna reel it back.
Hey, you served it up like a volleyball, and I spiked it. It's a team effort.
What? There's no spiking in prison. There's no penitentiary spike. You don't spike anything into the penitentiary. That's what you just did. You spiked it into penitentiary talk.
Well, I've never been in the penitentiary, so I can't say what is and isn't. But from what I heard, there's some spiking in the penitentiary.
Oh, it's terrible. This is. See again. Why are we here right now? What is taking place in a situation that why? And see, look, you know what? I'm tripping. I see. This is why we say. Anyway, back to what we were saying. But again, if we would just restrict the rights of some people just a little bit, things would work a lot better, right? Because hear me out. Okay, if you were in America, I know Canada has like a multi-party system to keep checks and balances, and it's still out of control. But America has like a little 2.5 party system. So, like, what would you? Who do you think you would lean towards if you lived in America
I
or
would
the United
probably
States?
truly be an independent
Okay, why is that?
because I don't know. I'd always be evaluating who's going up and what they're doing. But there's a good chance I wouldn't be voting because I don't trust politicians anyways. They all lie to tell you what they want and do whatever the hell they want to do.
Okay, and I can respect that, but
Be-
ultimately, though, it's the
Because
politicians that get to
my
decide
favorite
their rights.
example. No, I was just going to say my favorite example was when Trump was running, and he was saying that he would pull U.S. troops out of all these other countries or make them pay for protection and everything. And they were like, well, if you're pulling them out, would you give them weapons or sell them weapons to defend themselves? And he's like, yeah, I have no problem selling them weapons to do that. And people were like sitting there saying he was wrong and all that from the opposite side. And then what does Obama do? That exact same night that I saw that debate, Obama went live from Vietnam talking about cutting sanctions against Vietnam, selling them weapons, and having no problems with giving them any type of arms to defend themselves.
You like Vietnamese people?
And that's just.
Do you like Vietnamese people?
If what?
People said, do you like Vietnamese people?
I like your food. When I was young, in like under third grade, my area had a flood as I'm coming in from the Vietnam War. So I got to know some of them and not like them very much, but later in life, they're all right.
Very interesting. That's the first slight prejudice thing I think I've ever heard you say, Dre. That's very interesting. Uh,
No, I had battles with with a bunch of them when they came in. So it was like I don't like them. So, but now later in life, I have no beef with nobody. So I can't say I dislike them at all. And when it comes to like a political thing, it's like any country deserves the right to do what they want to do and arm themselves how they want to arm them. If we're not going to sit there and monitor certain countries on developing nuclear weapons and nuclear power, then why should we be in other countries' business about what they're doing for nuclear power? Because we think they might be doing something wrong.
do you ever think there's going to be world peace?
No. Yeah, I think World War IV is about to kick off and probably has kicked off already. World War III was already going and is still going, just that it's a technical battle. World War IV, over here we're having so many fights, bombings, shootings, like just mass people on people things going on because of what's going on in the Middle East. Like when the Russian Ukraine thing happened, people were just being stupid and carrying Ukraine flags, and now where you actually have a bunch of society that's actually coming from over there and know what's going on over there, they're not standing for all of this pro-Israel thing when Israel's sitting there bombing the hell out of people and telling them, yeah, go by that hospital, it's a safe zone, and then bang, air raids on them. And they know what's been going on in the other parts of the Middle East, so they're over here now and they're fighting back against the Jewish people, Israelis. And I see more internal conflicts happening in like civil war type things going on to spark this fourth world war. And it's just a matter of time before the countries actually sit there and start launching shit at each other. Because as it happened, the U.S. parked up a couple naval ships in the region to be a deterrent for Iran. And then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, China sends over 6 naval ships in the area. They're saying they're making sure that the U.S. isn't going to spark something. And then a couple of days after that, Iran's like, hey, if Israel doesn't get their shit in check, we're going to start saying we don't care what the U.S. is saying. So what's going on there? Is everybody just posturing? Usually the posturing is these so-called votes and just showing up. It's not usually threats.
Well, sometimes you got to drop your nuts in the ocean.
Hmm?
I say sometimes you got to drop your nuts in the ocean.
Yeah, let the waves bounce where they may.
Yeah. So, I mean, my whole thing is, yeah, we're in a world of craziness and conflict, but you don't believe that there is something greater that can just bring us all together.
Not until we confront all the bullshit that's going on and the inequalities and just people's ill feelings towards each other for whatever reason, whether it's from ignorance or whether it's from history or whether it's whatever situation they're in.
What inequalities can we fix?
In which way?
I'm just
Like,
curious. I mean,
what do you mean fix?
I mean, like you said that until
And by who?
when you say can we get rid of all these inequalities? Like, what are the inequalities that we need to get rid of, or that need to be fixed? That's what I'm asking. Like, I don't. You said that there are inequalities that we have to take care of first for things to be, I guess, smooth. Like, what are those inequalities?
Well, starting off with biases versus certain countries, depending on which side you're on, because for the West, meaning like, I guess, democratic Europe and the Americas and everything in between. Basically, Russia's an enemy no matter what. No matter what happens. China's an enemy no matter what happens. North Korea is an enemy no matter what happens. The Middle East is an enemy in general, no matter what happens. So they could have any conflict with somebody. Like Israel is like the pet that everybody wants to keep happy and make into this super, I don't know, like superstar, put them up on a pedestal, nobody can touch them, they can do no wrong. And they could sit there and bomb the hell out of each one of those countries. If those countries even looked at them, the rest of the world would be, those countries are wrong.
So, like, how would I mean? Because to me, that seems like a very difficult task to conquer, like to get over a bias towards things. And I think within the country, I believe that there are supporters on both sides of almost everything. I think that there is generally a split in America along a lot of shit. But the government itself has a certain stance, and let me know that that stance is because of the financial gain, right? It's where they're going to make the
Right.
most money and all of that. So I get the bias or why it's biased, but I mean, is it truly bias or is it just strategy in a situation like that?
In a way, when you're looking at it from like a political game, it's game. It, it's manipulation of the public because a lot of people think they know what's going on when they don't know what's going on. And they just end up picking sides from that, saying, "Oh, that's not right. That's not right." And it's like, do you know what's really going on? Do you know how long these people have been fighting? Do you know how these people got their land? Do you know how things happen? No, you don't, and you don't care to know. And from the political side of it, I guess countries and individuals do what they do or what they feel they must to keep power, keep control, which keeps money flowing.
So and so like and I get it. I definitely feel like there definitely takes some significant changes for peace to come about. But then again, to me, human nature will not allow for it, right? Because we're just inherently consumers in one way or another, right? And consuming
Hmm.
is going to lead to what some people like to define as capitalism, in one way or another. Because right now, people aren't going to learn. They're not going to go back to the old days where you had to do everything for yourself. You had to make your own damn shoes and clothes and build your own damn house and all that other shit. Like people aren't going to go back to those days, right? It's too many distractions. It'd probably be a good deal if people
Hmm.
did do that, but like so.
And there's too many Swifties and killer bees.
Well, there's that. But but it's just like what is I mean, what do you think it's I mean, do you think it's truly possible? Do you think it's in our lifetime that we will see a significant change in the world and the way that the world thinks and views the world itself?
Yes and no. Because if you just look at the 1900s, there's been changes in the way the world thinks and world sees. Maybe not so much as in thinks, but definitely in the way the world sees. Actually, yeah, in the way the world thinks too, because Germany had a big X on it where people were basically against anything German, which was during the World War II period. Before that, it wasn't such a negative thing. But after that, yeah. And then come like the 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, I guess. Yeah, late 90s to 2000s all of a sudden Germany got the okay again, and everything's good with them. Well, in the public eye, the way people, I guess, outside of the area think. So in the future, same type of shifts will probably happen with different countries and things like that. Because Japan was hated for a long time, and then
Right,
they became okay.
right. And Japan's so cool. They're so cool. They do all the cool
Now
like.
they are.
But I mean, like, man, if I was Japan, I'd be like, man, fuck y'all. I don't even want to fuck y'all. Don't even gotta have the cool shit we got. Like, why the fuck we want to fuck with y'all? And like, if I was Japan, I'd be like, man, yeah, y'all got some bitches, but we got this technology, right? We can build some pseudo bitches. You know, we build pseudo bitches better than y'all real bitches. Fuck y'all, Japan for life.
Hmm.
That's if I was Japanese. That's what I would. I wouldn't even be fucking with nobody. I'd be like, let's block the island off again. Uh, you know, cause y'all stink and look funny, and then we just gonna do the Japanese thing. That's what I would do. But I'm not Japanese, so I don't get no
Hmm.
say so over it.
And I guess that's the thing too with the Japan side on it. When you're going back to the male-female relations, the way they're advancing in robotics and everything, humans are going to be replaced by robots in relationships.
Yeah, and I think it's a good idea, right? I'm all for it. I'm all for robotic relationships. Okay.
Okay, now here I'm going to mess you up because I'm not against it. Because some people need it.
Yeah, I would agree. Like some people, like the way AI is progressing, and
Hmm.
like shit like that. The way AI is progressing, and the way that these robotics are progressing. One day they're gonna meet, and they're gonna bloop, 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 and they're gonna make better people than the people we are, right? And so,
Hmm.
like, think about it. You can have you basically a real bitch, and she always got a good personality, and she cooks, she cleans, she know all the recipes, right? Like, if she don't know, she's just
Hmm.
gonna
And
download
it,
that shit and make that shit perfect.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm just saying, Broderick, you act like you new to the damn den, nigga. The den always take a weird. When does the den not take a weird turn? Like when does the den not take turns? The turn is gonna be outrageous, or it's gonna be weird, or disrespectful, or some shit. I don't know. But all we do is take turns in this motherfucker. So one of them eventually gonna be weird, man. But yeah. So
Because the
yeah.
thing too with robotics is that if all of a sudden you feel like, well, for a man, if you feel like having a different type of female, you just switch out parts.
Yeah. Right.
And I
Man.
guess for females, the same thing too. It's like if his dick ain't big enough, then switch that switch
But
that
the
part up.
the thing about it, though, oh man, women gonna be so worn. They're gonna be booed. They walk around with the pastrami
Well,
sandwich.
I guess I shouldn't exclude the gay community because I guess gay dudes would probably care about dick size too that they're
No,
getting in their robots, but
motherfuckers gonna be fucked around and probably
but
become
I live
don't
in a
know that.
straight community, so
They gonna have the off switch. They gonna be fucked up. Um, so yeah, it's all crazy, but yeah, it's gonna happen. And again, it's like it's gonna be better for people, right? Because think about it, people are all weird and lonely now. Again, this is all part of the plan because the 2020 season changed everybody, right? And
oh
it made people much lonelier, right? It made people go more towards the virtual world. Like, don't be surprised if there's
yeah.
another season similar to that one, and people kind of get into this isolated state again.
Hmm.
And more people are going to gravitate towards the idea of having some kind of AI companion. You already see niggas having AI girlfriends on the computers and shit. Motherfuckers giving money to the bitch that act like an AI on the fucking the TikTok or whatever the fuck she doing. Like,
Hmm.
we live in this weird ass fucking world. Like, people they want to live in these weird fantasy. Like, they're gonna be able to create their own little fantasy person. They be creating what's the furries. They're gonna have little furry people running around. Like, it's gonna get weird, and like it's gonna get real crazy. But that's gonna be this generation coming after us. Like, it's gonna get real weird. It's already starting to get weird, but it's gonna get off
And you
the
just
charts.
reminded me of a movie that I saw
Hmm.
like way back, somewhere in the 2000s, but some family adopting a child that was a robot. And with what we were saying, I was starting to think now, they were going. It's going to happen, and they're going to have robots, like baby robots or mid-level age kid robots or teenager robots or whatever the hell the parents want, type of thing, or the molesters want, or whoever the purchasers want. And is that going to be cheaper than a real baby, a real
Yeah,
kid?
yeah, because the real kids cost money. You
That,
just buy this baby one time and get some WD 40. This motherfucker cool. Like, and if the motherfucker don't shut the fuck, you just hit the off button. Just mute the motherfucker. The bitch cry all the fucking day. Just mute that little fucking shitty baby robot. Piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, yeah, it'll be way better. You can't do that with a real baby. That motherfucker gonna die. You try to mute that bitch, you going to jail. So, you know, you gotta fucking, you gotta like, you gotta just do what you do, man. You gotta like,
and and it doesn't stop you from doing the rest, anything else you want in life.
yeah. You're like, yeah, I'm tired of this baby.
Like, you don't have to find a babysitter, just turn it off.
yeah. Like, imagine that. Like, that's what's gonna happen. It's like those women who have that maternal instinct, who always love kids but can't have it. They're gonna get little baby toddler kids, right? They're gonna have little toddler robots that do all the same shit that kids do, right? And the motherfucking robot, imagine a motherfucking robot taking a crayon drawing all over your eyes. I'd beat the shit out that robot, boy. Then they're gonna call RCPS on you, gonna be robot CPS. And they're gonna come take your ass to jail, and you have a fucking robot judge that's gonna judge your ass. And you're gonna go to fucking prison, they're gonna put you in the Matrix, the real Matrix, like the movie, they're gonna turn your ass to a battery, and then you're gonna be fueling the other robots.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing too, though. If you're one of those shitty parents and you're failing at that job with the robot thing, and it's giving you some kind of feedback saying that you're a shitty parent, all you have to do is hit reset.
Yeah, that's true. Start over. We're gonna do it again. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what project's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I know what kind of pet I'm finna get. I have a pet plan, right? I can't get it right now because it's finna start getting cold, and so it wouldn't be ideal to do it. But I'm telling you, I got a pet, and when I get that motherfucker, I'll be like, no, this nigga did. Oh yeah.
It's a robot dog, isn't it?
What?
It's a robot dog, isn't it?
No, hell no, it's a robot dog. But Mr. Dre, it is that time. But I do appreciate you calling me. We did have a very interesting conversation. You know, Broderick hated the whole conversation because Broderick is a hater. That's not how you get your wrench back. Hating is definitely not the way to get your wrench back. But I appreciate you calling in, Mr. Dre. If you're gonna be in the Discord, you can chop it up.
Yeah. All right.
No, appreciate it.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah. No, not a gerbil. Yeah, gerbils are terrible. That's not original. The gerbil is not an original animal. All right. Shout out to Drake. Appreciate the call. That call did go all over the place, right? Let me pop up the Discord link. Let's get in Discord. Y'all know what it is. Broderick is a terrible person. That's not new to anybody. No, I'm not getting a reptile. Like, if I got an animal, that motherfucker gotta like be able to go places. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no fucking. Oh shit! I don't even know if I want a pet. I be saying that shit. I don't need no damn pet. Let me no, I'm gonna check that out. Let me see. Do dial first again. You know, and of course. Let me get this link for y'all. And then we'll get some of this chicken tikka masala. I'm gonna eat that because I'm hungry. That's the rest of it. And then I'm gonna put that in the microwave. You know, it's not the ideal way to reheat it. And I'm gonna eat that, and then I'm gonna be in the Discord, and I'm going to either be in the kitchen game or I'm gonna be in the putt. Y'all niggas really don't want that putt action because it's been a while since we had a real putt tournament. I wasn't doing good the other day. I was playing real bad because I was tired. But I'll beat y'all ass at putt tonight. Y'all don't want that smoke. Anyway, let me go ahead and drop this. All right. Oh man. No, you want this one? I'll bet that. Bet that. All right. Again, let me tell you something. I'm sincere about this. I do appreciate the fact that y'all allow me into your lives every evening that we do go live. Um, so I do thank y'all for being a part of this thing. Make sure y'all watch some old ends. Like I said, we just need maybe a couple of more hours. I think we like right at 300 more hours. So if you got some time, throw a couple of old ends on the background on your TV, on your phone, your computer, walk away. Just let them play. I feel like there's something else I'm supposed to say, but I can't think of it. But I do appreciate y'all, man. I do thank y'all. And it's been my honor. It's been my privilege. But more than anything, as always, it's been my pleasure to get to chop it up with y'all. So I thank y'all for coming through tonight, man. Catch me in the Discord. Can't beat me there, so I'm already in that thing. But folks with y'all, and I thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for being the den folk that you are.